That's what I think. You should have nothing because you go from 1 to 2 to 3 on this line. Over here, you go from 1 row to 2 rows to 3 rows to 3. So I think you should have what he's doing and one up here. One right there. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Man, you're moving that screen all over the place.
But I feel like we should figure out the count number so we have the right amount.
All right, good. So how do we figure out the count number, guys? Antonio, Morales, how do we figure out the count number? How do we figure out the count number? You had it right. No, you're doing great. Antonio.
I didn't do that.
Okay, but we're doing it now together, so you should be paying attention. How do we figure out the count number? Sergey, would you make your screen so it just stays static?
Stay static.
Stay still.
There.
It's just all over the place. Oh, we have to do one over here too, right? Or 2 over here, just 1 over there.
This is probably just for this adding.
All right, I'm going to show you my thinking.
No.
Okay, so here we have this. So I would think next you just have this part, because you're only, you have the bottom bar always, correct? Yes?
Yes.
We go from 3 here to 2 here to 1 here, so we go to nothing here. How many rows do we have here? 1?
3.
1 columns, I mean. We have 1 column, right?
Yeah.
So we probably shouldn't even have this square. We go to 2 columns and we go to 3 columns. So this is probably wrong. I'm guessing it should look like this if we're making the pattern. Because you don't have, whoops, that squished that. You don't have you go from 3 columns to 2 columns to 1 column. You go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. And I'm guessing over here should look like this, but with 1 more on top and 1 more on the side. Do you see the logic?
Yeah.
Am I right on the logic? Because your math is different than the math I had in school. My math was 1 plus 2 equals 4.
It's always one.
Well, squish that. My guess it should look like that. Am I right,
Yeah. Yes.
Angelica? So how do we come up with the expression? Don't you have to do an XY expression for this?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that part. Who can explain that?
Did you figure out what you're counting by?
All right, so what are we counting by? Are we counting it by how many blocks are in the whole square? Or are we counting it by the sides or what?
Counting how many blocks are in the shape.
The whole shape. So we go 3 to 3, 6, 7, 3, 7,
Y equals 4x plus 3.
Don't just
3, 7, 8 and 7, 8 and 4 is 11. 11 and 4 is 15. Did I get my numbers right? 15 and, so you add 4 every time. 15 and 4 is 19. Did I get my numbers right?
Yeah.
So now, how do we come up with an expression from that? That's what I don't understand yet. Can somebody help us? Are you guys with me, or are you catching up, or what?
We're catching up.
All right, tell me when you're ready. Then I want somebody to come up with an expression for that. There's an X and a Y, but I'm not quite sure how it's involved. And then you go up 4 every time.
is the count number 4?
What do you mean? How do you go up 4? You start out with 3, then you have 7, and then you have 11, so you're going up 4 every time. Is that what you're asking? So how do you come up with the XY? What's the X? Is it the X-axis and the Y-axis?
Y is gonna be these things, your answers. So what you need to do is Y equals
Equals 4x plus 3.
What's the X? 4 times what? Whatever it is, 1, 10, 100?
4x means that any number can be put there.
Okay.
So 3,
7, 11, 15, or 19?
yeah,
Okay, so the answer, okay, good. And so what is the plus 3 or whatever Anthony was saying?
and you plus 3 because that's your start number.
Okay, cool. You guys, does that make sense to you guys? Sergio, does that make sense? Man, that's cool, I'm actually learning something. Don't tell anybody. Alright, you ready for the next one? Everybody get this one?
I'm trying.
Do you want me to sit on it? You want me to wait on it? Tell me when you're ready. I see Edgar working hard. Are you ready, Edgar? Sergio, you guys ready?
Hold on.
Alright, take your time. Who else is he sending this to? That's pretty funny.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm cracking up. One of the assistant principals included me on a text to the admin saying that one of our interventionists is asleep. And, cause one of my I'm science department head. So he's letting me know the science department head, one of the science teachers is out, so I can make sure he's got lesson plans when I'm free next block. But he also included me on the admin stuff saying one of our interventionists is asleep. So I think it's kind of funny that I'm getting included on this admin level of texting each other.
You talking about Mr. Rose?
What's that? No, it's Robeson's out. He's taking care of his kid.
Hey, Mr. Rose out too?
Yeah, he's got jury duty.
So who the substitute now?
I don't know.
He's there today.
Is he here?
Yeah, I just saw him.
Maybe his jury duty happens later.
I saw him.
So you guys ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who's doing the next problem? Who's showing us the next problem?
What, number 4?
I don't know. But who wants to show it? Whose screen? We're still doing Sergio?
Did we do Isabel?
What, Isabel?
Probably did, Robert.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. We do teams. Are you okay with that? Let's just do Isabel.
Okay, who's next screen? Let's do Antonio's Minecraft. Which one are you on, Antonio?
I'm still on the same one.
So, did you get the answers? Because I just wiped it out.
Yes, I did get it.
Mr. Wickerman, can I go to the bathroom?
Sure. Leave you. And then you guys said something about the rate was what changes. And then so do you see how I used exact words here? I changed you to I, compared these 3 patterns, and then I gave my answer. Yo, that strategy gets you right on track with answering the question. Even if you're wrong, the teacher knows you are on track instead of making up some, I went to the park and I saw 3 birds. They're like, this kid don't know what he's doing, X. Even if you just rephrase it and get the answer wrong, you're gonna get partial credit because you're on track. Make sense? So, when you compare these 3 patterns, what's the same? So what's different? So let's use the same words. We're just gonna copy. When I compare these 3 patterns, the rate of growth, what, I don't know the answer. The rate of what is different? What's different? The rate of
The tile.
what about the tiles? What's different?
You writing this to C? Second?
Second, first one.
When the pattern?
The pattern, what is different? The pattern looks different?
Yes.
it keeps changing, and adding,
So the pattern shape changes?
yeah.
Is that big enough for you guys to see? And that needs to be a possessive.
Who's rated C?
What?
Who's
That,
rated?
that's A. I don't see B.
I said C.
And now we're going on C. Now I'm gonna write down for myself the exact words. You guys don't have to do that. So, to do good schoolwork, I'm gonna copy the sentence. I'm not gonna ask to copy the what, because that's a question word. I'm gonna paste it right here. I'm gonna replace what with the. And you don't need to have capitalized. The connections, I'm gonna replace do you with I see. Make sense?
Yeah.
Between between my equations, your goes to my equations, and the tile pattern is what? And I messed up here. Now you guys need to give me the answer, and then I'll write it. What is the connections between the, it sounds like it's exactly about the same question they're asking you here. What connections do you see between the equations and the tile patterns? I would be a wise guy and say the equations govern the tile pattern growth. What do you guys think the right answer is? I don't know the math. For C, what do you think the right answer is? Do the equations govern the tile pattern growth, or do the equations explain the tile pattern growth?
It explains.
I don't know if that's the right word. I would say govern, but it's up to you guys. The tile patterns I'm messing up here. Is that the equations explain the tile pattern growth? Is it growth or just a tile pattern? Probably just a tile pattern. Show and explain these connections. So then we do it, for example. Oops, wrong answer. For example, what? In what problem? In problem, which problem was easiest to describe? Which one was easiest to understand? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Real bad.
I don't know what to put here. For example, in the problem, you picked a number. What problem are you going to talk about? The whatever's rate of growth is whatever it is. You know, if the problem's rate of growth is 3 every time, then write 3 here. I don't know, you guys aren't telling me. And then I would say, so the equation shows your mother wears army boots. What does the equation actually show? Because what you're supposed to be answering in the second part of the question is show and explain these connections. So which problem do you guys want to write about? What number? 4, 5? What's the easiest one? No, now your mother wears army boots. Now you can take a picture. No, show and explain these connections. So give me a problem. Quick, which one was the easiest that you did? 4 through 12. Which one was the easiest one? 4?
They're all the same.
So 4. So problem 4 shows what? What rate of growth? Well, how many does it go up each time?
4.
4 blocks each time. What? 3?
3, yeah.
So its equation shows, just tell me the equation it says. What's the equation for 4? What?
4x plus 3.
4x plus 3. So all they're doing is asking you to put in words what you did before in numbers. Make sense? They want you to explain your thinking out loud.